Now, I'm a bike mechanic and I'm used to bikes with extreme prices. I think the most I've worked on was around $15,000. But Malaysia bringing an $80,000 track bike to the Olympics was just next level for me. This is the Vortex WXR, used by this Olympian, Azu Hassan Awang. I 100% did not pronounce that correctly. The company Vortec were the engineers behind it, and they used literal F1 level technology to produce this bike. And the reason behind dropping $80,000 on a bike is because the same Olympian sadly got a bronze medal in the 2016 Rio Olympics, which isn't too bad, but shit, man, I'd spend $80,000 on a bike if I was an Olympian, so why not? Especially if it's the government's money. If you're a person who doesn't know much about bikes, you may be looking at this thing and be like, what is its purpose? It doesn't have suspension, doesn't have brakes, doesn't have gears. I assure you it's built correctly because its purpose is to go fast as shit. Olympic track bikes are meant to go fast. They can reach speeds of up to 70 kilometers an hour, and for you hamburger eating people, that's around 43 miles an hour. I personally own a track bike, and the fastest I went was around 35, and I was shitting myself, quite frankly. However, let's get back to the technology on this thing. Saving weight is a big deal, so WXR took a big stab at doing that. Integrated handlebars are a widely known thing, but an integrated saddle is practically unheard of. On any regular peasant $10,000 bike, you're able to adjust the saddle up and down. However, with this absolutely baller of a bike, they had to do fully one-piece carbon, and everything down to the T was matched to this rider's height. It's all one piece. An integrated saddle is freaking cool to me. You're probably saving a couple hundred grams, but those couple hundred grams can mean a little bit more faster. If you look at the handlebars of this bike, you immediately notice there's no tape. And if you're an avid road cyclist, you know that bar tape weighs a lot. So you might as well completely remove it, especially if you're going around 70 kilometers an hour. As mentioned before, Vortec and WXR are two companies that worked on this bike. Now, if you don't know, Vortec is a company that has years of F1 experience, so this bike was literally created with F1 tendencies in mind. I'm talking hundreds of hours of computational fluid dynamics as well as CAD testing to make it right. They also use LiDAR 3D scanners. This was used to perfectly measure a cyclist on different amount of bikes and see what's most optimal for aero design. And all of this technology and effort only to get a silver. I know, I was being kind of dramatic with the video title, but come on, man. You have the most expensive bike out there on the track and you don't get a gold? Nah, I'm just joking. There's 100% more variables than that. But hopefully this upcoming 2024 Olympics, he'll get that gold. And if you are wondering, yes, you can actually get this bike for yourself. You can get it specifically optioned for what you want to do. And there's different options depending on what price range you want to get it at. For example, you can either opt in for a fixed or adjustable seat post, which will cost you 3,000 British pounds. And for you Americans out there, that's just shy of 4 grand. The fixed seat post option will cost you even more money. It's $3,000 to get their seat. Just the seat, $3,000. And for $3,000, you can get a nice ass bike. And speaking of nice bikes, you can get a nice bike for $10,000. And guess what else is $10,000? The Vortec handlebars. However, sadly, I don't believe you can get this bike custom bike fitted to you because the only two sizes they have on the bike are small and medium. So I guess you tall people are out of luck. Also, if you want the fork on the bike, you could either use any UCI approved fork or pay another $5,000 for their specific fork. It's kind of odd that the bike does not come with it, especially if you're paying $34,000 for a frame. I could buy myself a Beamer for that much, dude. Personally, I believe they're taxing on this bike. No way, with the amount of technology and stuff you use, the bike is worth $80,000. But it is a one of a kind, so I guess they could feel free to do whatever they want. But then again, this was worked on by literal F1 technology companies. And also they can market it as an art piece. I believe a bunch of rich people would buy that. Now for the average consumer, I believe there is no average consumer. And that begs the question, even if you had the money, would you buy this bike? My personal opinion is yes. I would just mount it on the wall for a fuck you piece. If you stuck around watching to the end of this video, make sure you leave a like. I do post reels daily, so if you like some of that content, make sure you follow. And if not, I wish you a great rest of your day.